This video is yoga for the feet. Hi, my name is Jessie, and today we are going to do a yoga video that will focus on working our feet and the ankles, mainly the feet. So to begin with, we can just sit comfortably on our mat. We can begin in easy pose, Sukhasana, if you prefer, and we'll just check in with the breath for a moment. So just close the eyes, inhale through the nose, and exhale through the nose. Just taking a moment to take it down a notch, letting go of all the things. Maybe working on doing some belly breathing, perhaps bringing your hand to your stomach and feeling your stomach just gently rise and fall with each breath. Hi, Simba. Excellent. Now we can come into easy pose. To Vajrasana. This is thunderbolt pose. So you may or may not need a block in order to do this one. If you do need a block, if you have trouble getting your feet onto your heels, you can just take the block and slide it back behind your hips. That way you have something comfortable to sit on, and it might be something that you can use if you need to sit up taller. You can take the block and have it upright so that you are seated on it like this, if this is the most obtainable thing that you can manage. So choosing whatever works best for you. We are sitting on our heels, and this in fact will activate our feet. Trying to sit up tall, trying to stack the spine up over the hips, the head over the spine. Just breathing comfortably and breathing naturally. Trying to stack the spine up over the hips, lifting the rib cage up off of the spine, relaxing the shoulders. Just working to inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Being aware of stacking the spine up over the hips, the head up over the spine. And if you would like, you can cross your feet. Where you take the ball of the right foot over the left one. Keeping the spine straight, uncross them, and then cross them the opposite way with the ball of the left foot on top of the right one. Keeping the spine active as we do this, stacking the rib cage over the spine. Good job. Next, we can tuck the toes under and sitting up with our hips on our heels. If this is a little bit too intense, something that you can do just to begin is to place your hands on the mat in front of you and maybe ease back into the pose. Just sitting up, sitting with the toes tucked under, the spine stacked up tall over the hips. Coming onto the hands and knees. From the hands and knees, the next thing we're going to do is tuck our toes under, bring the hips up in the air, hips up, shoulders down. Just pedal the feet back and forth, really walking it out. Hips come up, shoulders come down, and then come up on the tiptoes. Exhale, push the heels back towards the floor. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, push the toes back towards the floor. Again, bring the heels all the way up. Exhale, push the toes down towards the floor. And then just walk it out. Try pushing your heels closer to the floor. Draw the belly button in towards the spine. Let the head hang so heavy that you're looking at your thighs. As you pull the belly button in towards the spine, this should create some space for your rib cage and your shoulders to come down towards the ground. And try to straighten your legs by pushing your heels towards the floor, taking your elbows, spinning them towards the ground. Walk your feet forward. And pedal the feet back and forth. Bend one leg as you straighten the other. Come up halfway, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. And just roll yourself up. Come up all the way. Lift the arms up. Hands to prayer position. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Pushing the palms of the hands together. Inhale, come up. This time when you come up, reach through the fingertips, come up on your tiptoes. Exhale, go to balanced chair. Just bring your arms out, knees come straight forward. We're up on the balls of the feet. Pull the pelvis in. Activate the core. Open up the chest. Inhale, come back up. Up on the tiptoes, lifting up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, heels come to the ground, fold forward. Bend one leg, straighten the other. Just going back and forth. Come up halfway, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, roll yourself up, all the way up. Arms come up on the tiptoes. Exhale, make your way to balanced chair. Make sure your big toe points forward. Come down as low into the balanced chair as you can. Have the core engaged, knees come straight out, arms out. Back up one more time. Up to balanced chair. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward. Come up halfway, lift and lengthen. Open up the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up. Up onto the tiptoes. And then to balanced chair. Good job. Good job. Come back to standing. Step your feet out far apart. Have the big toes pointed forward. Nice wide stance. On the in-breath, bring the arms up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward, reach towards your toes. Widen the stance if you need to. Relax and release. Lift up on the arches. Try to have the outside edge of that foot activated. Bring the hands to the hips. Come up. Walk the feet in just a little bit. Now we're going to work to point the toes in. Now we're going to work to point the toes in. So your feet probably won't be as far apart as they normally are, and we can just fold forward. Maybe even pushing the heels out a little bit further. Really feeling this in the ankles. Relax and release on your exhale. Good job. Slowly come up. Turn the toes out, heels in. When we do this one, we want to have the heels turn in, but when we come down into a garland pose, our squat, my bad. Well, shit. When we come down to a lunge, we want to make sure that the knees are open and they're pointing in the same direction as the feet. We want to sink back into our hips. Stack up the spine. Bring the arms out. Lift up one heel, come back down. Bring the hands to prayer position if you need help with balance. Lift up the other heel. Good job. Again. And again. Just a couple more times on each side. You got this. Good job. Straighten the legs. Bring the arms down. Walk the feet back together. Perfect. Come back to the front of the mat. Arms come up. Lengthen through, root through the bottoms of the feet. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward, reach towards your toes. Step the feet back, go back to downward facing dog. Hips up, shoulders down. Come up onto the balls of the feet. Really push the shoulders towards the floor. Come to plank or kneeling plank. Exhale, come down. Inhale, come all the way up to up dog. Have all 10 toenails pushed into the mat. Bring the shoulder blades together. Let the head fall back. Slowly come back to down dog. Hips up, shoulders down. Come up onto the tiptoes. Exhale, push the heels to the floor. Come up. Exhale, push the heels towards the floor. And again. Good job. Walk your feet up. Come up halfway, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Slowly roll yourself up. Arms come all the way up. Hands to prayer position. Exhale, bring them down to heart center. As we stand here with our heart center open, our palms pressed together, we want to see if we can lift up the toes and spread them out. And then grip through the toes. Inhale, come back up, arms up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward, reach towards the toes. Step back to down dog. Hips up, shoulders down. Pedal the feet on one leg as you straighten the other. Lift the right leg up. Do some little ankle circles. Reverse. Just bring that knee up towards the nose. Activate the core. Step the right foot forward. Line the front heel up with the back arch. Come up to warrior two. Pull the pelvis in. Make sure the kneecap is right over the ankle. Engage the core. Have the arms lined up with the shoulders. Then relax the shoulders. You really want to lengthen through the outside edge of that left leg, lifting up that back arch, just gazing down the arm. Reverse the warrior. Left hand comes to the left leg, right arm comes up. Good job. Arms come down. Pivot forward on that left foot. Turn the right toes out. Just going into warrior two. Have the back foot, the toes pointed at a 45 or 90-degree angle in regards to the front leg. Look for the big toe. That'll let you know if your toes are pointed out far enough. Pull the pelvis in. Right hand comes to the right leg. Turn the palm of that left hand up. Reverse the warrior. Or exultant warrior. Sounds fancy, doesn't it? Slowly come out of the pose. Walk the feet back together. Come back to the front of the mat. Lift up all the toes, spread them out. Arms come up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward, reach towards the toes. Step the feet back, make your way back to down dog. Come up on the tiptoes. Exhale, push your heels down. Come up on the tiptoes, draw your pelvis up, engage your core, push your shoulders towards the floor, and then push your heels towards the floor. Lift the left leg up, do some little ankle circles. Reverse, good job. Come down to the hands and knees. Keep the toes tucked under, walk hands back. Coming back to thunderbolt pose. Again, if this is a little too intense for you, by all means, bring your hands to the mat. Coming forward. Maybe easing yourself back, and then just with your toes tucked under, if you're able to, just shift your weight back, coming to garland pose. Bringing your hands to prayer position, just allowing your knees to open up. This is a great way to keep your balance. And then you can add a twist if you like, bringing your left hand to the mat. Bring the left shoulder forward, the right shoulder back. Maybe taking that right hand back behind the back. Left thigh, just looking over that right shoulder. Come back to center. And then go to the left. Leave the right hand on the mat. Maybe bring that left arm back behind you, right shoulder comes forward, left shoulder comes back behind you. See if you can touch that right thigh. Well done. Slowly bring yourself back down onto the mat. And then lay back. We're going to do bridge pose. Just push your stomach and low back into the floor. Have the arms stretched along your sides, palms facing down. Breathe into your belly, lift up. Engage your glutes as you come up. Exhale, slowly come back down. This time when you come up, lift your toes. Exhale, come back down. One last time. Inhale up. Exhale, slowly come back down. If you want, you can stretch out your right leg. Push the left heel into the floor. Activate that glute when you come up. Reach through the toes. Exhale, come back down. One more time on this side. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, slowly come back down. Bring that right foot to the floor. Stretch the left leg out. Point the toes. Maybe try activating the ball of the foot. Inhale, come up. Lift up. Try to keep the hips level with the ground. Slowly come back down on your exhale. Again, inhale, lift up. Exhale, come back down. Good job. The next thing we can do is slide the hands under the hips. Bring the elbows together under the back. Open up the chest, let the head fall back. Going into Matsyasana, fish pose. Slowly allow yourself to come down onto the mat. And when you're ready, you can slowly make your way up to a comfortable seated position. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video, feel free to like, subscribe, share, check me out on Instagram if you like. And until next time, may love and light be yours. Namaste. Point the toes. Going into Matsyasana, fish pose. Seriously? From here, come down to a squat.